Hi, I'm Robert Begley, day 789 of my video challenge. And over this past weekend, I think it was on Friday, that I saw a post on Facebook by Mike Rowe, one of the top heroes in today's culture, who links productive work to self worth and is. I should just talk about him in a uh, different segment, but he had Greg Gutfeld on his program because Gutfeld has a new book out called The King of Late Night. And he's got this muscular thing, and there's like Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy Fallon and all these other late night losers on the cover that he's trouncing. I went to Gutfeld's show probably like 5, 6 years ago in New York City. I sat in the audience, and I always liked him. And for some reason, I just kind of stopped watching TV, stopped watching him. And then I just saw this bit with Mike Rowe, and I said, I got to catch up because I remember his book Uncool, which I really liked, or no, not cool. And that's where he just has these great, these great quotes that, for me, it's interesting because in high school, I they were the nerds, and then there were people like me who were kind of cool. Like we spent our time on it, but his point there is like cool is like the high school of your brain. You try to be cool when you're at your stupidest, when you are young. And he's like, cool is a weapon created by creeps to obliterate the morals that good parents instill in their children. And he just goes on and on with these different kinds of examples there. But this new book, one thing I love about him, he rips into everyone, all the hysteria, all the climate garbage, and how Hollywood and people whose dying careers, Jim Carrey, for instance, as soon as they're dying in their career, they have to just prop up and pretend to be intellectual and jump into some kind of cause, and all of which basically want to tell you and me how to live our lives because we are too stupid to do so, and they are the genius experts. This idea prompted 2,500 years ago by Plato with his philosopher king ruling all aspects of our lives. But the king of late night comedy, and he talks about the left, and I had told Carrie Ann earlier about how the left always eats themselves because you can never be far enough for them to not get attacked. And that's why you have like Hollywood apologizing about racism and instilling all these new, standards for winning Best Picture and categories for underrepresented groups. And it's just this big mess. And Gutfeld calls them all out. But I told Carrie, and he doesn't use that term, the left eat themselves. Well, he does. And he says the left always eats themselves. And that might be one reason for the proliferation of fat people when you get to the checkout counter in supermarkets. So he says it better than me, but that's just an example of his type of humor. It's sarcastic, it's witty, but like Mike Rowe, I laughed on every page of it. So check out any of the works of Greg Gutfeld. In fact, frankly, I'm going to start watching this show because he's kicking the butts of the other quote late night host. And by the way, he pays honor and tribute to the Johnny Carsons and the Jay Leno's, David Lettermans of yesteryear, who didn't obsess about absolutely fashionable political causes. In other words, the man is independent. He gets my vote. Okay, this went on longer than I thought, but we'll see you tomorrow.